Good morning everyone, Ruby the Conscious Crone, out for a little wander in this wonderful countryside that we've got here, just out with my dog again. I was feeling drawn to make a video because I think that it's nice sometimes to actually reach out and let you know who's the woman behind the voice. Because I do share a lot of what lights me up, what incentivizes me to do the work that I do, how I actually keep myself grounded, and just my observations on the world at large. So I thought if I do a video just to give you a little bit of an insight into exactly who is Ruby the Conscious Crone. I think for those of you that might be sat on the sidelines thinking, oh, I wonder if she's somebody who might be able to help me, maybe this might give you a few little nudges, gentle whispers. Maybe your soul team will go in and go, look, I told you she's your woman. You should book an appointment. Oh my gosh. So I was having a conversation around a campfire last night, and the conversation turned towards, who's your ideal client? Who is it that you're actually trying to reach? And why? And what makes you the right woman to do that? And one of my friends said, essentially everything that you've gone through has prepared you to actually do what it is you're doing now. And I thought, yeah, that's it. That is it. So let's start there. I mean, blimey. I've been on the planet a few years now. I've seen many twists and turns. I've had a very interesting childhood, the backdrop of which was, there was poverty there. It was tough. There was lots of mental and physical health issues going on. The breakdown of the marriage and the shifting dynamics there. Important people in your life suddenly not being there, and then very challenging people coming into your life that, frankly, growing up, it was a miserable time. I've got to be honest. I'm not gonna try and sugarcoat you. It was tough. It was tough, and I think I spent probably more time in, little me being quite sad and lonely than is probably good for you. And I think that by the time I got into my teenage years, I had zero self-esteem. I had a really poor body image, and I think that I was just very lost and vulnerable. And that's probably why, when you come across other people, you're trying to latch on to what looks like, or what you think love should look like, and you can get yourself into relationships with people that really aren't right for you. And I think that was probably what led me to the guy that I married very young, very, very young, who turned out to be not a very nice guy. So I experienced domestic violence, and somebody who was quite controlling with money, and I think that the time that I spent with him, it was a really low point in my life. I think when I came out the other side of that, it was a blessing. It was a blessing, and a very, very troubled young man who came into the life of a very troubled young woman, and it didn't end well, but I got out of it. Not unscathed, but I did get out, and it took me a long time to put myself back together. He had a problem with drink and gambling, and a lot of the fallout from that was kind of left for me to pick up and clear and resolve, really. But I did, and I moved on, and I met somebody else, and I was with them for a long time, 20 plus years, and We had two beautiful children together. We had an extended family. It wasn't all roses, you know, because when you're forged in fire, you are sent challenges, you are sent things that will test you. And certainly over the course of the time that we were together, there was many trials and tribulations. There was oh my gosh, too many stories to go into on a video, but I think it made me dig down deep into my reserves. It made me really kind of stop and go, actually, who are you, and what will you put up with? What are your non-negotiables? Taught me how to be a mother. I think that deciding to have children was the biggest undertaking I think I've ever done in my life, and I'm blessed every day because they are beautiful, and I'm so proud. Gosh, I'm getting emotional now. I'm so proud of them because I have raised them to be what I think I would have liked to have been raised to be when I was growing up. But I come to realise that I had to go through what I went through to actually break so many old patterns that had continued to run down both sides of my family lines, like ancestral patterns, and that I came to break them so the generations that come after me won't have to carry the crap that I've had to carry. And those that have gone before me have had to carry either. So it's important work. It's important work, and it's not for the faint-hearted. So I'm clearly built for the task. And regardless, I think no matter what life throws at you, if you're able to take a pause and just reflect on how far have you come. We can be so future focused, can't we? We can spend so much time beating ourselves up on, I'm just not doing enough, I'm just not, you know, there's not enough people coming through my door, you've not got enough appointments booked, you're not collaborating enough with other people, you're not doing enough of everything. It's like you're just not enough. And that's like on loop, isn't it? But you need to stop sometimes and actually celebrate how far you've come. So, yes, a lady forged in fire. I think I'm probably like a battle sword now. I mean, they would say, you know, women are described as battle axes, but really, pan back, if you were a Viking, wouldn't you want a battle axe? I think you would. Yeah, I'm definitely forged in fire. I'm just looking out, just keeping an eye on where my dog is. And I think that having gone through all of the things that I've been through, I mean, I've been married twice, I have been a carer, I have suffered major bereavements in my life, I have had some really horrific work experiences. Oh my gosh, I have had dark nights of the soul. I have been broken into pieces and had to pick myself up from the ground and start again. I've moved around. I've experienced some quite dark times, and I've come out the other side of it. And I'm still here, and I'm still smiling, and I still am able to stand with one foot in the shadow element of life and one foot in the light element. And I am constantly doing work on myself. It's an ongoing job, you know. Peeling is healing. That just came into my head. I'm gonna take that. That's gonna be one of my new sayings. I think another one is yeah, we'll stick with that one for the minute. Peeling is healing. So you just like an onion, you just keep peeling off the layers. So who is my ideal client? Who do I like to work with? I like to work with women. I'm thinking that really, given the stage that I'm at in my life, it's peri, it's menopausal, and it's postmenopausal women. So I'm thinking, you know, kind of mid-30s up to 60s, 70s. I love to work with those women that are going through a transition, that are, you know, just whether it is this relationship's not working anymore and I need to decide what that's going to look like next, or I'm really not being lit up by the job that I've got. It isn't doing it for me, and I don't know what I want to do next. I feel like I want to sell everything and travel around the world. I feel like I want to move. I just want to cut off toxic people. I want to start again. I want to actually find who I am, because I'm so totally lost. It could be any of those things. It could be a multitude of them. It might be all of them. Who knows? I don't know. And I just love to hold that space while we explore. So whether it is, just settling the energy, whether it is using sound to actually get some of that fire out. So it could be the fire that's burning out of control. Maybe your liver meridian is out of balance. Maybe that internal scream needs to actually be brought out. So you have to carry that anymore. Maybe you're carrying grief, sadness. Maybe you've got some worry in there, anxiety. Doesn't matter what it is. I've got something in my toolkit that can help. I like to ask questions. I like to make you think, because you know what? All the answers are already inside of you. All I do is help you to hear that voice again. Yeah, that's what I do. And I'm bloody good at it. Toot, toot, toot. Blow my own trumpet here, and why not? I worked bloody hard to get that trumpet, and I'm going to toot it for all it's worth. So if you think that I'm your woman, then I probably am. In fact, listen, sit, ask your soul team, ask your spirit guides, and if you don't know what those are, then you definitely need to come and see me, because there's a whole army of helpers outside of you that could be helping to guide you. So maybe you're having a spiritual awakening, maybe you're waking up at random times during the night. I know what that is too. So we can have a whole conversation around that. Your body's always talking to you, and I know how to decode what it's saying. So there you go. A little bit about who Ruby the Conscious Crone is, and a little bit about why you should work with me and who would benefit from coming. So head over to my website, consciouscrone.com. You can book a clarity call if you want to have a chat with me first. Or if you see something on there and you think, oh, quite fancy that, Reiki, that's a good entry level. Or if you want some real shift in sound, have a sound immersion. Or if you want to jump straight in and just get some guidance, then we can look at putting a bespoke package together for some coaching. Everyone's unique, everyone's an individual, and everyone I work with is something different, and I love it. So my doors are open, my diary's open. You want to book in, then get. See you soon. Bye for now.